Welcome to Joints and Glands Yoga for clearing Kapha. So this is a short standing sequence, and the movements are designed to stimulate blood flow, lymph movement, to open up your lungs, and to just clear any excess Kapha in the body that can show up as congestion or heaviness, swelling, or lethargy. So this chair is optional. We're going to be standing the whole time. If balance is an issue for you, or if you're just not feeling your most flexible today, you might just want to have a chair handy. So we start standing, and we'll begin to swing the arms, just gently getting some movement into the shoulder joint. And you can begin to sort of pick up the energy of the swing. You might find that the more energized your swing is, that you might start to naturally feel a bit of a bounce in the knees. There's kind of a drop, release, and a bit of a suspension at the top with this swinging. And the more you get this momentum going, you might find that your breath naturally wants to release on the exhale down as the arms drop. And if you feel that, you can start to consciously exhale on the drop, just shaping the breath. So we're getting a little bit of movement in each of the major joints of the body here, the ankles, the knees, the hips, and of course into the shoulders. And just keep this relatively the same, this movement going, but now instead of dropping the arms, just draw the elbows back. And notice that now we're not just moving the shoulder joint, but also the shoulder blade on your back. Still with the exhale. And you can even, if you like, alternate. So dropping and swinging back. And exhale, drop, elbows pull. And just a few more of these to get the body warm, the breath moving. And we'll just begin to allow the bounces to come to a close. And changing now to the arms swinging across the body. Just crisscrossing. Doesn't really matter which arm is on top. You can alternate, or you can just do whatever feels the most natural. Kind of swinging low in front of the body. And you can let the breath now start to lengthen. So in other words, you don't need to force the exhale, but maybe your breath can last a little bit longer through a couple of repetitions. And starting to swing a little bit higher across the body, beginning to incorporate the back muscles a little bit more. And then just let the momentum die down on the crosses until you come to stillness again. And now we'll take the feet a little bit wider, just a little wider than your body, and we'll start to swing and twist. Just a nice gentle twist, and you'll notice I'm lifting the opposite heel off of the ground, the opposite heel from the direction that I'm twisting. It should feel fairly natural to do so. Keep your gaze facing forward, both to help you maintain your balance, but also so that the spiral of this twist goes all the way up your spine, through the cervical spine into your neck. Nice, easy twist. The arms are heavy and just kind of reacting to the twist of the spine. You can start to feel your core start to activate a little bit here, just lightly pulling the belly in as you twist. Nice and easy. And then you can begin to take the dial down on the momentum of the twist. And come back to standing. Bringing the feet back under you. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see a little bit better. You don't need to. Your feet again are directly under your hips. And we're going to scoop down, bending the knees, interlace the fingers together, flip the palms up and press up to the sky. And you can choose to go as low or not as you like. So you might scoop just a little bit in front of you, bending the knees, rounding the back just a little bit. Press down through the feet and up through the arms. Or if you're feeling quite warm, bending all the way down to the ground, scoop up and press. Let's exhale as we scoop down and inhale to press up. And feel as rooted down into the ground as you feel that you're pressing up. So there's two directions of energy and movement. Exhaling to scoop. Thinking about about that earth and the growth that happens in the springtime as kapha is accumulating. Scooping, pressing down through the feet to push up. And let's do one more. Exhale and inhale. And now bring your hands to just above your knees. The knees are bent. Arms are going to stay straight here to brace. So you can have the heels of your hands on top of the kneecaps or around, whatever feels the most stable to you. And keeping the arms straight. On your next inhale, stick your butt out, look up in front of you, breathe up into your chest. And as you exhale, curl the other way like a Halloween cat, looking at your belly button and curling your tailbone under you. And again, arms are staying straight to brace, inhaling up. This is standing cat-cow. Exhaling to curl. And just feel how strong and stable your feet are into the earth, and how your straight arms are buttressed up into your shoulders to allow the stability you need to be flexible and fluid in your spine. Let's do two more. Exhaling to curl. Inhaling to arch. One more curl, and on the curl, begin to roll up your spine one vertebra at a time, stacking up over your feet. At this point, if you'd like to have the chair handy to help you with your balance, you'll want to have the back of the chair in front of you. And again, I'll stay side so that you can see what I'm doing. So just holding onto the chair, or if you don't need a chair or don't have a chair, you can place your hands on your hips to help to encourage that stability. So take one foot behind you, just enough that you can make a little kickstand out of it. And we're just going to begin to rotate the ankle. So the toes stay connected to the earth, and just gently rotating in the ankle. Nice and easy, no forcing, but noticing what parts of that ankle like to move and what doesn't. And then we'll reverse the direction. Snap, crackle, pop. And then switch. So standing on both feet first. Bring the opposite foot behind you, just a little kickstand first. Maybe there's a nice little stretch you can get in your toes and your foot here. And then move into the rotation of the ankle. And whether you're holding onto the chair or not, think about lifting up through the front of the body so that you're not just kind of hanging out in your hip or slouching over, that you're still maintaining a lift as if you could balance on that one foot. Reverse if you haven't already. And then bring both feet under you. We'll turn now so that one hand is on the chair as we begin some leg swings. So just very gentle, low leg swings. Again, you could have both hands on your hips. You could have one hand on your hip. Whatever kind of reminds you to stay lifted. And only increasing the height of this leg swing as your body requests it. You might just keep it really close to the floor. It's really just about getting movement in this hip joint. And we'll stand on both feet. You can switch. If you're far enough away from the chair, you can probably just stay where you are, or you can turn around or move the chair. But we're just going to swing the other leg. Just make sure that you're safe and not hitting the chair with your leg or your foot. So put actually more attention on your standing leg than you put on your moving leg. Thinking about really pressing that foot down through the floor. And because of that reach down through the floor, you have the opportunity to lift up out of it with your spine and your waist all the way out the top of your head. Just a couple more swings. Feeling that nice stretch across the front of the hip as you swing to the back. And standing on both feet. Okay, if you're using a chair, you're now going to want the seat to be facing you. So again, I will face side so that you can see what we're doing. We're going to do kind of an abbreviated sun salutation. So if your hamstrings are quite warm, you're not going to need a chair. But if you're feeling a little tight today or haven't done sun salutations before, just have that chair in front of you in case. So again, feet are directly under your hips. We'll inhale and circle the arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward and place your hands either on the chair or on the floor, either way bending your knees. Inhale, straighten the arms, stretch and lengthen the back, keeping the knees bent. Exhale, round back over. Inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. And exhale, stand firmly on your feet. And we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale to circle up. Exhale, dive forward to the chair or to the floor, bending the knees as you go. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the back. Nice long spine. Exhale, round back over. Inhale, rolling up. If you're using a chair, go ahead and keep doing that. I'm going to do a couple without the chair. Inhale up. Exhale, dive forward. And even if you're going to the floor, go ahead and bend your knees. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, curl over. Stand on your feet. Inhale, rolling back up. One last time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dive way over. Big, big swan dive. Exhaling into the floor or into the chair. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Deep crease in the hips. Exhale, rounding over. Inhale, roll up, stacking the spine one vertebra at a time right over the soles of the feet. And exhaling to arrive. Okay, we'll move the chair to the side. Don't think anyone will need that at this point. So again, finding your feet. Let's circle the arms up and circle, I'm gonna scoot back so maybe you can see my hands. And circle one wrist with the opposite hand. And then you're gonna lift and side bend up and over. And make sure you're standing equally on both feet. This is a good time to notice if you've kind of tipped off to one side or kind of leaning into the other. Try to maintain equal weight on both feet. And breathe into that side lung. Open up those ribs. Feeling the stretch all the way from the foot, up the side of the leg, the waist, the armpit, into the hand. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Really opening up those lungs. And on your next exhale, stand firmly on both feet to come back up to center. Switch the circling of the hands. Lift first to side bend over. And again, keeping your weight on both feet. The tendency sometimes can be to lean into that opposite hip, but try to stay right up and over those feet. Really feeling that openness in the armpit. That's where I'm feeling it today. And use this opportunity of the side bend to really breathe into that lung specifically, to open up that space for breath. And we'll take one more breath. Your next exhale is going to bring you back up to center. And as you release your arms open, nice, big, beautiful circle, take your hands behind you and clasp your hands behind you, just above your sacrum or next to your sacrum, so that you can roll your shoulders back. So as much as possible, not letting the shoulders be rounded forward here. Opening the chest. Take an inhale up into the chest. And as you exhale, begin to straighten towards straight. You might not straighten all the way, only as far as you can go without the shoulders collapsing forward. And we'll take a few breaths here. Inhaling up into the chest. And on each exhale, you might take a fraction more into straightening the arms. And again, inhaling, opening the chest. Nice and broad across that chest. Exhaling. One more breath in. And on your exhale, gently release your hands from each other and bring your arms around to the front of your body. We'll clasp the hands together in front and also connect the elbows in front of each other, or next to each other. And we'll just circle the wrists, maintaining contact of the forearms together and rotating the wrists together around in a circle. Getting some more pops. And then reverse. Continue breathing through this exercise. And then release. We're going to do a neck stretch. I'm going to switch over. I think you can see my arm here. So flexing the hand out away from the body. Have your hand slightly in front of your shoulder. You should be able to see it in your peripheral vision. Bend your elbow a little bit, enough that you can rotate this shoulder back in the socket. And as you begin to straighten your arm again out away from you, slowly tip your opposite ear towards the shoulder. And you may not get all the way to straight with this arm either. With that stretch, it can be quite intense. But breathe into the stretch, and you might even kind of move the head very gently a little bit, just flossing into that stretch. Breathing into any discomfort. So you're going to your edge, but you're not going to a place that feels strained or injurious. So notice kind of what the difference is. And to come back, bring the head up as you pull your hand back in. Woo! And release. So switching sides. So start with the flex. Make sure that your hand is where you can slightly see it in your peripheral vision. Bend your elbow a little bit, rotate your shoulder back in the socket, and then begin to straighten the arm towards straight as you tip the arm, your head over towards your shoulder. And you'll probably notice that the two sides are very different. If you liked that kind of flossing feeling, you could move your head a little bit over the neck to find just some little different places to stretch and to work. Keep breathing. And then bringing the palm back towards you as the head comes back up. Okay, this last exercise is actually a Pilates exercise, and it's called castanets. So bring your palms to face me, and basically what we're going to be doing is tapping fingers into the palms of the hands. So we're going to do one finger at a time, all 5 of them individually, starting with the first finger, or we're going to do 8 taps. So tapping 8 times the index finger into the palm of the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the next finger, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ring finger, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, now the pinky, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'll do the thumb, 8 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, now we do 4s of each finger, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, and 4, and the thumbs, now we have 2s, tapping twice only on each finger. Let's do the 2s one more time. And now we're going to do a series of just singles. So one at a time through the fingers a few times at this pace. And we'll do one more at this pace, and then we're going to roll through the fingers. So now just really kind of rolling through. Don't forget to do the thumb. And we're going to shake out the hands. So just shake, shake, shake. Shake out the arms. Get a little bounce going. Shaking everything out. And now let's just brush. Brush down the arm. And the other arm. Brush down your chest. And your belly. And then we're just going to tap. So taking your fingers and tapping under your collarbones, into your upper ribs, onto the sternum. Just stimulating more that lymph and that blood flow. Stimulating your energy. This can be a really lovely thing to do first thing in the morning, even if you don't have time to do this whole sequence, just to do some tapping. And release the hands. Okay, now we're just going to come to sitting to finish. So you can sit on your chair or on the floor. Whatever is the position that allows you to maintain a long, upright spine. And just place your hands on your lap, on your legs. And close your eyes. And take a moment to feel what's going on in your body. What is alive in your body right now? Is anything kind of buzzing from the movement? Connect with your heart rate. And how about your breath? What is the quality of your breath now? Does it feel smooth? Does it feel rough, deep, or shallow? No judgment or trying to change, just noticing where you are after that practice. And your mind, what's going on in your mind? So we'll do a short breath practice, followed by a very short meditation. So let your belly be very soft, and if you need to put your hand on your low belly to be able to tell whether it's soft or not, just let any holding in your belly release. Soft and receptive. And on your next inhale, allow your belly to expand. And then as you exhale, let the belly deflate. And this time when you inhale, let the belly expand, and then continue that expansion up into the ribs. Exhale the ribs, and exhale the low belly. And now inhaling the low belly, up into the ribs, and give a little bit more at the top, all the way up under the collarbones. And then exhale the collarbones, the ribs, and the belly. This is full yogic breath. Inhaling the belly, soft belly, ribs, up into the chest, even more at the top. Exhale at the top, the middle, and the bottom. Just a few more breaths like that, as if you're filling a bucket from bottom to top. Notice any resistance. There might be parts of this breath in the body that is more receptive to that filling than others, and that's okay. Do one more full breath. And wherever you are in the timing of this, just finish the one you're on. And when you've completely exhaled, you can release the shaping of the breath and just allow the breath to come naturally as it does without you imposing any kind of technique onto it. And we'll come to a moment of stillness and silence. Talk for a moment more, and then we'll have some stillness, some silence. I'll let you know when we're finished. It will only be a minute or two. But just working on that practice of bringing the mind back to the present moment, to this body, to this breath, to this place. So every time the mind wanders, simply bring it back. It might wander 100 times in the next minute. That's okay. Just bring it back each time. Take your attention to your feet and to your sit bones, sitting on whatever surface you're on, feeling your connection to the earth. And then gently open your eyes. Take one more nice deep breath. And thank yourself for taking the time to do a yoga practice today.